From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Cloud cover still hanging in for yet another afternoon. Still been quite the dreary day, of course. By late in the day, there will be some sun breaks popping up, especially if you're northwest of Tulsa. There's a look from Gathering Place, though. Damp grounds continue. There's visible satellite. The clouds hanging tough, but we've had some pretty notable clearing of the cloud deck north and west back towards I-35. Northern Osage County, Chautauqua County, Pawnee County. You should start seeing at least some sun breaks in the next hour or two, and that will try to work its way down to the Tulsa metro by the late afternoon hours. Probably too late to really help Tulsa's temperatures all that much the way it looks. Rainfall amounts over the last 48 hours. Stop me if you've heard this before, but the heavier amounts along and southeast of I-44 and not a whole lot northwest of I-44. Pretty easy to see why the drought continues, the gap continues to shrink. From Tulsa to the south and east, drought's being erased kind of by a weekly basis here, but to the north and west in Pawnee County, Osage County, southeast Kansas, drought conditions are still quite a bit worse. Unfortunately, this system is another one that really didn't help the cause. 1 to 2 inches of rain, if not more, to the south and almost nothing to the north with the last couple of waves here. And we're still dealing with that right now. Again, north and west of Tulsa, not much happening. Tulsa, we've had some showers that have now moved out. I-40 to the south, still some pretty locally heavy storms, thunder and lightning with some of these cells across southeastern Oklahoma. One that just zips through Stigler up to Sallisaw, headed into Fort Smith. This will trend down with time over the next couple of hours. Back to the water vapor satellite. I showed you this a few minutes ago as we've talked on and on and on about all the storm systems impacting the west coast. There's that next one, or one of the next ones, I should say, that's impacting the west coast over the weekend. Just to show you the jet stream pattern, the main portion of that upper level low is going to track across the northern plains over the weekend, but there will be a trailing front with it that should trigger some storms in our area late Saturday and early Sunday. A few of those could be severe. And then on the back side of that trough, a little shot of chillier air moves in early next week as we head into what is spring break week next week for a lot of kids in green country. We're going to have some chilly air, looks like, by the end of the weekend into early next week. That's kind of a glancing blow for us. That moves out. So as we head into spring break week, it looks like we're kind of up and down where it goes chilly and then we return to warm weather pretty quickly. By the middle of next week, we're seeing this kind of yellow-orange shading as an upper-level ridge moves overhead. That would be some pretty warm air surging back in pretty quickly, but more than likely we may have another shot of chilly air back behind that at the end of next week to wrap up spring break. So long and short is we're expecting as we head towards the end of this weekend and into next week, a lot of kind of big ups and big downs. Back to today, again, not a whole lot of recovery temperature-wise. Temperatures mostly in the 50s, north and west of Tulsa. The best chance to see some sunshine this afternoon. Should clear out a little more efficiently overnight. Tomorrow morning, if we do clear out as much as Future View is showing, we'll fall into the 30s in northeastern Oklahoma and could be close to freezing. Pawnee, Osage County, up into Chautauqua, Labette, Montgomery counties. So if you had some tender plants out already, kind of got maybe an early green thumb, just be aware northern counties may be close to that freezing mark in the morning if we clear out. Tomorrow afternoon, highs 50s. We should have some sun breaks or a good amount of sunshine, at least for a good portion of the day, near 60 in southeastern Oklahoma. And then that next system comes rolling in Saturday. Clouds quickly return, so you'll want to enjoy the sun tomorrow because clouds fill back in on Saturday. And as I mentioned, by Saturday evening, Saturday night, this could be a window for a few stronger to severe storms across portions of eastern Oklahoma just before we spring forward on those clocks late Saturday night as well. Sunday, cool and breezy, and then early next week, like I said, some big downs and big ups ahead of us.